Hello everyone, this is Professor Shekhar Wagmade. Today I will discuss CCA3, that is missing view. I draw a missing view of a following drawing. Now here is a one object, 3D object. I will add this object my first video. Now let us see this 3D block. Here is a one block, and when I am looking from front side, here is a cylinder, and when I am looking from again front side, here is a L-shaped rectangle. Now how to deal with this? Now here is a one solution is already drawn. So here is a top view and here is a left hand side view. With the help of left hand side view and with the help of top view, we can proceed a missing view, that is front view. Now this missing view I will show entire this region. How? Take a benefit of top view and take a benefit of side view. Now when I draw projector with the help of side view, here is a height, and when I draw this top view projector, here is a length, entire length. Now when I am looking from front side, how much length? 18 mm, this semicircle. After that, from center to this center, 60 mm is there. From this center to this end, 80 mm, and from this short rectangle, that is 18 mm. 18 mm plus 18 mm, that is 36. 36 plus 60 and 80, that is 176. So total length is 176. Now when I am looking from front side, how I realize? Here is a one arrow and mention X. Now from front side, this rectangle 18 mm and height is 100 mm. After that, this base is 18 mm and entire length is 176 mm. How? Now here is a one baseline. When I draw extend from this side, when I extend from front side, now this rectangle is visible with the help of projector. Now here is a rectangle. This entire rectangle is visible when I am looking from front side. This is a base. Now when I complete this base, here is a one rectangle from right hand side. This is again visible when I am looking from front side view, right? Now this rectangle is visible. This rectangle is how much? 80 mm and entire length is 100 mm. Now look at this. When I am looking from top side, here is a cylinder. How to deal with this? When I am looking from front side, this rectangle cylinder, it's look like a rectangle. How? Take a benefit of this projector. Here is a cylinder. I will take a benefit of this and I will extend this cylinder projector upward direction, right? And when I complete this cylinder, when I am looking from front side, here is a definitely rectangle, but this cylinder is throughout, right? From this side when I draw this line and from this side when I draw this, it's looking like a rectangle when I am looking from front side. Now outer diameter is 50 mm, this part is already completed, and inner diameter is 35 mm. So radius is 35 mm. I will take a projector upward direction, inner circle. When I extend this projector upward direction, now when I am looking from front side, cylinder inner circle is invisible for me. That's why it's shown dotted line. How? Look at this. With the help of projector, I will draw dotted line, and this dotted line is exactly throughout. Why? Because this cylinder is throughout. Am I right? Right. This part is completed from main side. Now look at this one rib. Here is a vertical member and here is a cylinder member. Addition of this or connect with this with the help of rib, and this rib is exactly curvature. From this point to this edge, when I connect this rib and this rib produce a curvature, it look like this. Now this is a curvature and this radius is how much? 80 mm radius. Draw freehandly. So this is a rib, and on this rib there is no hatching line. Why? In front view they are strictly mentioned sectional view. Now from when I start cutting from this point and when I end with this point, half portion is already element, and on rib there is no any hatching line. But base hatching line must be there, and for this rectangle hatching line must be there. How to draw hatching line? 45 inclination with horizontal plane, and space between two hatching line is 2 to 3 mm, and inclination with horizontal plane, that is 45 inclination line. And when I complete this hatching line, it means that this is a sectional view. Sectional which view? Sectional front view. right? So this part is completed. This part is completed, but before that here is a some one hole is there. That hole is how much? 3 holes is 80 holes. So here is one hole, here is another hole, and here is a third hole. So each and every hose is how much? 18 So here is a definitely hose. How to deal with this? Take a benefit of top view, extend this projector upward direction, and here is a definitely front view circle. How to deal with this? Here is a dotted line. Why dotted line? Because when I am looking from front side, this circle is invisible for me. That's why dotted line must be there. And if dotted line is there, and when I take a sectional view, half portion is element, and when a half portion is element, inner circle is visible. This dotted line become a dark line. This dotted line become a dark line. Why? After completion of sectional view, dark line, dotted line become a dark line, and complete this hatching line for next part. Why? Because half, here is a circle, and at this junction no hatching line will not be occurs on circle. That's why hatching line must be at this junction, hatching line must be at this junction, hatching line must be at this junction. Here is a one another circle, another cylinder. Here is a definitely, this is dark line, this is dark line, and again hatching line occurs on this section, hatching line occurs on this section, right? But here is a inner circle, and this inner circle is hollow section. That's why hatching line will not be present inner circle. So this is a perfect figure. Now why I am not mention hatching line? Because of here is a rib, and on rib, because of rib is made up of soft material, scratches will not be occur. That's why hatching line is absent. So due to that, I will not mention hatching line is here. Now when I am looking from front side, this rectangle is visible. When I am looking from front side, this base rectangle is visible. When I am looking from front side, curvature rib is visible. When I am looking from front side, curvature is visible. This is freehandly. There is no any mention dimension or everything. So, and when I am looking from front side, this circle, this cylinder is look like a rectangle. But which rectangle? When I am looking from front side, inner circle is visible when I take a sectional view. That's why here is a dark line, here is a dot line. When I take a sectional view, this small circle is visible when I am looking from front side, and when I take a sectional view, this dotted line become a dark line. So, and after completion of this, they are strictly mentioned sectional view. That's why hatching line must be occurs on front view. So this is nothing but sectional front view. And sectional front view, definitely how many marks? For 4 marks, 5 marks. 5 marks if you complete one missing view. So already top view is mentioned, side view is already mentioned. With the help of side view and with the help of top view, if you do freehandly, then you will get a perfect front view. So this is actual procedure for CCA3. Very good. Thank you.